The Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales. Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge. Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. Here's your host, Lieber King.
Welcome, Lieber King, your host of Sports Scouting Report podcast. I got to remember we're doing a new show. We're doing many shows today, but Patterson High School, we're going to promote today. We're going to have the head football coach join us, Coach Craig, and we've got one of their top players on the team joining us in the first segment. We're going to introduce him, and we're going to talk about the rich history at Patterson with Coach and also the recruit. I've watched Patterson since 1985. I'll go back to Dalton Hilliard and to Ike Hilliard and all the Hilliard, Mike Calais. They've had a lot of great players come out over the years, all the way to Kenny Hilliard and currently. And Coach still has great players, and we want to make sure that you're aware of what they've got going on at Patterson High School. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Lieber King, your host, Sports Scouting Report podcast, also owner of Louisiana Football Magazine. In late July, if you're watching this and you're a Patterson fan or mom or dad or a coach, anywhere in the state, we're going to do a preview on Patterson on our website, lafootballmagazine.com. Make sure to go to that. It's free to read. We used to print one for 26 years, but now the last couple of years we went digital. And actually, here's the key. We can do more on the team. I don't have to worry about space in a magazine. We can do a lot more information on Patterson, which we will do. But let's go ahead and introduce one of the top football players this coming year for 2024 at Patterson High School. They call him CJ, but tell everybody your name.
My name is Courtney Williams.
Jack of all trades with the team, running back, free safety,
and sometimes if I need to, linebacker.
A little outside linebacker or wherever coach needs you.
Yes, sir.
CJ, we were talking, and the rich history of Patterson, Kenny Hilliard, Ike Hilliard, all the great players. I mean, Kenny was Player of the Year in the country his sophomore year. You're 5'11", 200 pounds, and I want to mention this. This is a great compliment. How many coaches watching this show know running backs that outbench their offensive line? You're that guy.
Yes, sir.
And you're the strongest guy on offense. So by how many pounds? You mentioned almost 260?
Yes, sir.
And you're the strongest
on the team. Yes, sir.
You love to lift weights, so you said.
I love the weights. I look forward to the weight room at the school.
When did you start lifting weights? How old were you?
I think I started lifting weights when I was in 5th grade. I think I was about, I want to say, 10.
Okay. Coach is real fired up about you coming back as a starter. I saw you play on film last year, man. You really can go for a 200-pound player. You run track.
Yes, sir.
You said you got a chance to get it down to about a 10.8, 10.9 this year, which is really flying. You started out in the 11s, I think, or 12s.
Yes, sir. 11,
back
12s.
in the day. Basketball, you're a forward for Patterson High School.
Yes, sir.
And we talked about colleges, which is very interesting. I asked you your favorite college, and you said
Texas.
And tell them why you like Texas.
I like the way they train. I be seeing some of their clips on Instagram Reels, and the energy they bring is just exciting. And I love Texas. I actually been out there once. It's a beautiful place to be in. And my mom wanted to move out there too, so buy a house out there.
But you also said the second school would be LSU.
LSU.
If they came around and
Yes,
offered
sir.
you. What do you think you need to work on? I know they call you CJ. Coach Craig is here. He's watching as we do the interview. But what do you think Coach wants you to get better at as a running back, linebacker?
I feel like my change of direction, I feel like I could work on that better. My speed, be a little more agile, quick, and work on my acceleration to get to my top speed.
What do you think of the history of the program when you wear the Lumberjacks jersey there, number 7?
I go back to he recently graduated, Josiah Jennings. I kind of looked up to him because he was always like a role model. He made sure people ain't skip reps in the weight room. He looked after some of his people, and I kind of just looked up to him.
I know Coach Craig is trying to bring back everything. He's trying to get everything back.
Yes, sir.
What would you like to say to guys that need to be playing football in the hallways, guys that need to, you know what I mean? There's kids that need to be, because the history of the school is incredible. What do you think of that? Are you helping recruit some guys to come back?
I tried to, but, no, I actually got one to come back, Landon Gine. He said he was going to think about
talk him into playing some football? That's good, though.
Team.
That's what you need. You know, when I was growing up, everybody wanted to play football, you know. I know it's a different era now. There's a lot more to do. We weren't in the video games growing up.
Yes.
I don't think coaches was either, but, you know, but still football, what it makes you, the toughness. I know your head coach is a strength coach by trade, but the camaraderie, the getting down, and it's not always going to be easy. Football's not easy, huh?
No, it's not.
But when you get done with football, it's like you're in the military, I think.
Yes, sir.
Because you're going to run, you're going to hit, you're going to lift. I mean, you work. But it teaches you commitment.
Yes, sir.
You know, but I'm glad you came today because you got a chance to be the next great Patterson running back or maybe linebacker when you graduate. Are you going to try and put on any more weight, or are you going to keep your weight?
I probably want to get to about 210, but still, I want to get to 210,
but still
maintain that speed. Yes, sir.
Any goals this year for the football team?
I say just stay focused in the weight room, on and off the field, put grades first, take care of your teammates, and really just stay focused and take it one game at a time.
Courtney Williams, CJ, also said in his major he'd like to do art and design. Tell me about that. What makes you like art and design?
Well, it's really because we got like our own clothing brand.
Okay.
He makes shorts, jackets. Actually got a pair at the school right now. But,
really?
Yes, sir. So I wanted to get into that. So he kind of like helped me.
That's pretty neat.
Yes, sir.
So you're all into the clothing now because your dad.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He draw too.
Designs?
Yes, sir.
Do you design?
Oh, I'm trying. It's not as good as his though, but I'm
still learning a little bit. Stick to football right now.
Yeah.
I know you run track and basketball. Good to meet you, Courtney.
Good to meet you too.
Class of 225, a sleeper that you need to keep an eye on if he has a good summer, going to have a great senior year, and definitely has all the ability to be a guy that you remember in 4 years down the road, 3 years down the road as a college football player. We're going to come back. We're going to introduce the head football coach at Patterson High School, who does a great job. Very, very intense in a good way. Great coach. Always got a lot of energy. We'll be right back.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales.
Hi, everyone. Lee Burkeen, your host. I hope you enjoy Courtney Williams, who they call him CJ. He's a big-time running back. Plays a little linebacker, can run 5'11", probably play about 210 his senior year. Can run potentially 10.8 and 100 meters, under 11 in track. Coach Shannon Craig's going to join us in a minute, but I want to throw out a little history for Patterson, the town of Patterson. It is the second smallest 3A school in the state, and Coach is going to mention this when I talk to him, but there are only a few handful of students would be from 2A, which is incredible. They still have football right now. The enrollment is under like 400 or a little over 400 total in the school. In 2009, Kenny Hilliard was a sophomore running back at Patterson, was named ESPN Rise Sophomore Player of the Year in the United States. I remember that when Kenny was playing. And Ike Hilliard, Dalton Hilliard, Gillis Wilson, Mike Calais. The first Hilliard, Ivory Hilliard, was right behind Dalton Hilliard. But Coach Shannon Craig, thanks for joining us, man.
Okay.
I talked to you on the phone the last couple of years, Coach, and I really enjoy how pumped you are and how straightforward you are about everything, you know. And I ask you questions like, we need to do this.
Yeah.
We need to do this. And You sound like a guy that's been working really hard.
Well, so far we just finished up our first 8-week cycle in the weight room for the off season, and honestly, last year we may have had 2 guys on the entire team that bench press over 200.
Man.
As of last week, we're about 8 or 9 over 200 now. I feel like by the end of the next 8 weeks, we'll that number will bump to 15 or so. By the end of summer, we'll have probably half our team over 200 on the bench press, which is still not great,
but it's a long way from.
We're getting there, and a lot of these guys had never seen a workout program like we're doing right now, and they'd every day somebody says, "Hey, can we play basketball today?" Or no. We're working 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, weight room, field work, tires, sleds,
to get better.
Bags, cones.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing it all.
You're a graduate of Albany High School in '93, Coach. You told me. I know that you coached at ULM a little bit.
Yeah.
When Viatar was over there.
Yep.
And they had. You told me a few coaches we mentioned no longer coaching. You want to mention some of those guys too. They're retired now from that staff.
I was able to work with Coach Manny Michel, who is recently retired. He actually, after ULM, went to LSU with Ogeron as an analyst, and did a year or 2 there, and then got into some health issues. So he's retired now, living around Metairie area. Coach Pat Lambert. Actually was set to coach last year and had a little heart attack. But he's back now, actually head track coach, which is one of his things. He's at Fontainebleau as the head track coach now.
Okay.
So got to work with those guys. Alan Ricard, who was with the Baltimore Ravens.
Heck of a fullback.
Won a Super Bowl, and he's at UAB right now. Went to Jackson State with Deion Sanders after ULM and is now at UAB. So good guys I worked with there for, just a short period, but, got to learn from those guys.
I told you on the phone I wanted to promote Patterson, and I know even Coach Grogan went there, who's the head coach at Central Catholic, where we're filming today. But there's a lot of tradition at Patterson. There's a lot of proud tradition. A lot of these young guys you're coaching, I know you're telling them all the time, where to try and get it back to that. And I mean, there's been some of the best players in Louisiana that come out of Patterson.
Yeah, there's, like I say, there's a rich tradition there. But it's one thing to be a good football player, but we're trying to push good people. Right now we're pushing that, grades, staying out of trouble, not only in school, but on the streets of Patterson, So we've got some things working that we've got a booster club that's helping us out a lot. We've got another group that's came in that's called the Axemen. It's a group of just strictly football backers, but they're helping us out with some mentorship stuff. They're campus tours. Some of those guys help us out with taking the kids. We're raising money outside of the school through this program to be able to take kids to camps this summer. We're going on a 3-day retreat. And when I mentioned that, even the parents seemed a little taken back by it, like a 3-day retreat. You're taking my baby off for 3 days with no phone? I said, most definitely. So we're going to go off this summer, last week of July, for 3 days, and nothing but football and team bonding and mentorship and those kind of things.
That's what a lot of the old schools do, like Zachary, West Monroe. I mean, they do that. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, Coach, I'm going to talk about how you said Dalton Hilliard's going to have a tournament come up pretty soon at the school, and also Tommy Minton, who just retired, how he's going to come speak to the team. We'll be back with much more about Patterson High School. Be right back.
Total Car Care, tire shop and automotive repair in Baton Rouge.
Welcome back. We're with the head football coach at Patterson High School, Coach Shannon Craig, who's been in coaching a long time. He's been a coach at ULM. Graduated from Albany. He's coached at a lot of different schools, doing a really good job of trying to build back the Patterson program. I was talking to you on the phone the other day, Coach, and you said that the legend from Patterson, Dalton Hilliard, who I still think's the guy, is you say he's going to have a little golf tournament.
I've spoken to Dalton a few times this off season, and he's wanting to come back and put on a golf tournament for our football team and donate some money to us for, get things that, we're fortunate. We make pretty good money at our games and stuff to be able to get the things we need, but there are things outside of football, like I said, taking kids off to summer camps, taking kids to retreats, campus tours, all that stuff, it costs money. So, we've got some groups that are helping us out, and that would be huge if Dalton comes back and puts on a golf tournament. We had a date set, and it didn't work out with graduations and end of the year award ceremony. So now we're looking at early June, first or second weekend of June.
And they can this show will just help more people know about it.
Yeah.
They can get with you. And another thing, I know Tommy Minton just retired from Vandy Catholic. Talked to him. I talked to you about it, and being that he's a former head coach at Patterson, was there a long time, and it's good to hear that you and him have talked.
Yeah.
And that you said he wants to come talk to the team.
Yeah, we actually a good portion of our coaching staff played for Coach Minton. If they didn't play for him, they for sure know him.
Yeah.
And so he's going to come back in the next few weeks and mainly talk to the coaches. What it takes to be successful, because a lot of times, we may get the kids to buy in, but unfortunately, a lot of times our coaches aren't always completely bought in. But, so he's going to come back, talk to the coaches, talk to the team, and things that he was successful while he was at Patterson, So I don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty certain he's, winning as coach at Patterson.
Oh, yeah.
So he has a lot of wins, not only at Patterson, Central Catholic, Vanderbilt Catholic, so he
Blackman in way back.
Yeah, so he's put in a lot of years, and definitely knows what it takes to be successful.
Coach Craig, I love how you wear your whistle for the interview.
Oh, this is like my American Express. Don't leave home without it.
Some people don't ever say it, but some people don't even know how to use a whistle, right? You got to learn how to use a whistle.
Oh yeah. There's a difference.
There's different types of.
There's a different whistle for offensive linemen than there is for receivers and DBs. Offensive linemen usually hate a whistle because it's. I know when I was in high school, my offensive line coach, he could blow that whistle faster. As soon as you could get up, he was. You was back down on the ground.
Wasn't a good thing. You messed up on a rep.
But I still run into guys today, and they say, "Hey, you remember when Coach Recitar used to blow that whistle? He blew that thing so fast, I thought he was going to swallow it."
Blow one just to see how you sound when you do it. How do you?
Like I say, with just anybody, it's just a regular. But when you're down there with the offensive linemen, it's more. So
you got it down.
Those offensive linemen know that that whistle blows. It's time to move.
It's time to get to the next spot.
And that's what we've got to work on a lot. Look, it's no secret our offensive line was very young last year. None of our 5 starters on the offensive line last year had ever started a varsity game, but. Now all 5 of those guys are returning. Well, 4 out of the 5 are returning. We lost 1 offensive lineman. We got 4 guys back, but we got a couple young guys that's going to step right in. But we still got a long way to go. But our offensive line is definitely a point of emphasis this offseason. We got skilled guys. We've got receivers. We've got running backs. But our offensive line, we've got to get better.
It's good you got Courtney there to build off with, running back. Coach, good to see you. Good luck with Patterson this year. I'm glad we're able to get you on and promote the school, and get you and Courtney on.
Appreciate you having us.
That was our show for Patterson High School. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.